Exactly, and we're here in West Point Grey at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina. So whether you are training for something like the Grand Fondo, or maybe you just want to ride around Stanley Park, we all want to achieve maximum performance, but it all starts with fitting your bike properly. We've got those details, how to do that, coming up next on BT. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Yeah, and you know, you of course were performing at a very high level, Riaz, with the Grand Fondo, but we're going to take it down a little bit for maybe even some of us who are just getting going here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina in West Point Grey. And Robert, why is cycling such a great way to, I guess, get your heart rate up and to work out, maybe even the benefits outside of other workouts people might try?
Well, first of all, you know, many of us, experience our first sense of freedom in our lives as young children when our parents allowed us to put us on a bicycle, allowed us to go out of that front gate, make a couple turns, and we were out of sight, out of mind. Freedom. That magic can definitely be recaptured for us as adults, and cycling is accessible to everybody regardless of age.
So it starts with the right fit, though. What do we need to know about the bike?
Starts with the right fit. Now, they manufacture bicycles both specifically for men and women, so we're looking at a women's bicycle here, and if you don't enjoy the ride, you're not going to do it. So we need the bike to fit properly, and that starts with the right saddle height. And if we look over here at our gentleman Kelly here, that as he's pedaling, he has a slight knee bend in his leg. That is what we're looking for, is we don't want a total full extension, or we don't want, you know, a pumping motion like this, as you're not going to get any efficiency out of your pedal stroke.
Okay.
And then the next is, you know, making sure that your stem length here, your handlebars fit properly so you can access your gears. And with Kelly, we're looking for a slight bend in his elbows. He's not fully overextended, and his elbows are not crunched over, so he's not putting too much strain on his back.
So we know he's set up properly by the way his positioning is right now. We are going to continue with some great tips this morning to help us perform at a higher level, including getting ready for that first ride. And we're going to find out coming up in the next segment how the CompuTrainer also helps us achieve that high level of performance. They're back at the station. For more details on scheduling, of course, here at the Academy, you can check out their website. Getting fit indoors here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina in West Point Grey, where we are going to be training for long distance rides. What's a good beginner course, and also how something like the CompuTrainer helps in that high performance. Stay with us, you're watching BT. Oh, I'm working out hard here. Definitely working out hard, Nelson, here. Okay. Thanks very much. By the way, I've lost my eyepiece, so I hope no one's trying to talk to me right now. That always happens right when you're trying to do some sort of gag here. Of course, we're here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina in West Point Grey. First of all, how cool is it that people get to actually train for things like a long-distance ride on the bike they may actually use on that natural terrain?
There's nothing better than being able to train on your bike to get used to your fit under performance. And it really starts with most novice cyclists have troubles with the pedals and their shoes. I recall a certain BTV host last summer struggling with this one. The bike is stationary, it's fixed to the floor, it's not going to go anywhere. So on your own bike, you can practice clipping that shoe right into that pedal, which essentially gives you double the power on your pedal stroke, which of course makes you go farther, faster with less effort, which we're all interested in.
Because essentially a lot of people work on the down stroke,
exactly.
Right?
They're just focused really on the downward push of their pedal stroke and not on the upstroke. So half the energy and power you generate is on the downstroke, second half is on the upstroke, and being clipped into your pedal allows you to capture that pedal on the upstroke and double your power.
How does something like the CompuTrainer help as well?
And how the CompuTrainer can help you with your cycling is, first of all, the power that I just mentioned. We are measuring this on the screen here with the riders, so we can essentially show how much power is being generated, and we can also get into the efficiency of the pedal stroke as well. And as you can see, we have some topography here on the screen, and our riders can practice shifting the gears on their own bicycle as they would as they were tackling a hill on the course.
Set up for a specific course, just very briefly, what is the best beginner course for somebody if they're looking to get into that long distance cycling from a competitive standpoint?
The best place to start on the CompuTrainer is a nice flat course, so we can get used to, once again, the feel of the bike and the shifting of the gears.
But in real life, what's the best
and in real life, it would start with those flat hills and then start getting into gradually rolling hills, and then get up to up to a Grand Fondo. And I would start with the medial distance of a Grand Fondo, which is about half the distance.
Okay, excellent. Well, for more details on how you can train for those long distance rides, you can check out the schedule here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina, West Point Grey. Michelle, details coming up on your screen throughout the morning. Nowhere near an athlete of the week, but you got to start somewhere here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina in West Point Grey. Many people may think cycling is all about the cardio, but an extreme amount of strength is necessary, and you need to work areas you might not think are important. We got those areas coming up next on BT. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Yeah, and it could be a team sport or it could be an individual sport. We are talking cycling here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina in West Point Grey. And Heather, when people are cycling, clearly they're developing a level of fitness, but what are they automatically already working out when they bicycle?
Well, typically it's mostly quads, but also some hamstrings as well. So it's a very linear movement. And what tends to get left out is strengthening the lateral groups. So, for instance, doing a side lunge and getting into the outer
So
thigh.
show us how that works there. What would that look
So
like?
you come down nice and low, stick your butt out. Good. Stick your butt back more.
Okay.
Weight through the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it back a little bit more.
Okay.
Perfect. There you go. And then you step together and then just out to the other side.
So these are things that are important to train if you are getting into that cycling mode, I guess, to create balance as well, right?
Definitely.
So what else would we need to work out? Because cycling, obviously, you're working those legs a lot, but there is an upper body that's involved as well.
Yes, and people underestimate the importance of having that strength in their upper body so that their posture is correct and they're able to breathe properly. So what I like to get my clients to do is to work those smaller muscles in the upper back. So this particular exercise, reverse fly, you want the band at chest level. You're just going to pull out and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice. Good. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Awesome. And then you feel that between the shoulder blades. Good.
And it would be important to keep that. The posture is also going to, the right posture is going to keep you efficient with your cycling and also allow you to achieve maximum performance. But then we got the top, we got the bottom, and then we got somewhere in the middle as well. That's important, right?
Yes. So you want to have a strong core. You want to be able to brace your core, not so much suck your stomach in, but be able to brace your core so you've got that strength. So the plank, you really can't beat the plank. I know we all love the plank. So elbows are under the shoulders. And then butt is down, nice and flat, looks really good.
It's all about yoga.
Yeah, you're very strong.
How long would you want to hold something like this?
For as long as you can. I mean, for some people, it's going to be a short period of time. For others, they're going to be able to hold it for quite a while.
I have a feeling you'll be able to hold it a lot longer than me. And maybe Riaz, because you have done a bit of cycling and obviously some core strength. For more details on all the training that they do here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina, you can check out their website. Let's see how long I can hold this. Maybe I can hold it at least till celebrations. Thanks very much, Heather.
Thank you.
And many people might not even be able to imagine riding a bike to work, much less 60 kilometers. So how do we build that endurance? We've got those details coming up live from the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina here in West Point Grey. Stay with us. You're watching BT. Of course, for some endurance training when it comes to cycling here at the Academy Institute of Higher Stamina. And Robert, the first thing I'm going to say is we're on a couple of different bikes. Why is that? Because you're so much better than me?
We could maybe start there, but you know, of course, all of our students like to progress. But mainly, we have two types of bikes to accommodate all kinds of riders. The bike you're on, the Kaiser M3, is nice upright posture position, not too much strain on your body, has all of the display that this bike has. However, this bike is probably more generated towards the road enthusiast because it has multiple adjustment points where you can replicate the fit of your real road bike outside.
Okay, but we want to be able to do some distance here. So Heather, what's a great place for people to start if they're just out there going, I can't even imagine riding, 10 blocks, much less 60 kilometers?
Well, I would say come into a spin class and get used to pedaling at certain RPMs and get used to getting your speed up and get used to having resistance underneath you and seeing how your body reacts to that.
Okay, so you're starting off, so just to kind of put it in layman's terms, you're starting off slow, you're starting off on a less tension.
Yes.
How long should you do that before you should increase your tension, increase your speed?
Well, you really have to listen to your body. So when you're able to do what you've been doing quite easily, then you want to up it a little bit so it gets a little bit difficult.
And then do you go for as long as you can? Do it at that level?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, and then work your way down type of thing to sort of maybe give that extra little push, which of course is what you do here, Robert. You teach people to kind of get road ready, and whether you're inside or outside, and you have a workshop coming up.
Absolutely. So once you're comfortable with your bicycle and the technical skills involved, it's time to take it outside. So starting on April 14th, we start our outdoor clinics. So what we do inside, we then take it outside and apply it for people to be able to reach their goals, whether it be a Grand Fondo, a charity ride, or one of those trips over to Europe.
Oh, We can only dream. We can only dream. Well, for more details, of course, on the Academy and their scheduling, you can check out their website. We should point out, too, that they have classes with DJs, disco balls, and keeping it fun here. And if you want to make your way outdoors, of course, they have classes for that as well. We're going to take a little break on BT. Speaking of getting outdoors, apparently 20 degrees is in our forecast. Russ LeCate has those details coming up next. Stay with us.